Good morning, students. Karuna teacher welcomes you all for today's geography lecture. In today's lecture, students, we are going to do the revision of chapter number 3, Physiography and Drainage, part 1. In today's chapter, we will revise important points which are related to physiography of India and Brazil. Let's start, students. In this lesson related to physiography, we are going to discuss about these points. The physiographic division of India is as number 1, the Great Himalayas, number 2, the North Indian Plains, number 3, the Peninsula, number 4, coastal plains, number 5, islands group. And according to Brazil, the physiographic division is the highlands, number 2, the Great Escarpment, number 3, the coastal regions, number 4, the plains, number 5, the island groups. So we are going to discuss about these physiographic divisions in today's lectures in short. Let's start, students. First, we will start with the physiographic division of India. Now we will try to understand the main points related to it with the help of the map which we have on the right hand side. Students, please pay attention. We start with the first physiographic division of India, that is the Great Himalayas. Okay, so the Great Himalayas, in that we can see it is one of the young fold mountains in the world and major mountain system in the continent of Asia. As our country, India, lies in the continent of Asia, in that these Himalayan ranges are considered as the major mountain system, means important mountain system. Now see here in this map, you can see the Great Himalayas starts from here, that is from Jammu and Kashmir state, and then it proceeds towards the east. So this is the way how the Great Himalayan ranges have spread, okay, in India. This is the direction. Now, the Himalayan ranges in the south-north directions, Shivalik, here you can see, students, try to see properly. Here, these Shivalik ranges, the southernmost range of this one, Shivalik ranges, then comes the lesser Himalayas and then the greater Himalayas. Now, these Himalayan ranges here are also divided according to the direction by different names. Now, the Great Himalayan ranges, which falls in the Jammu and Kashmir state, that part of Himalaya is called as Kashmir Himalayas. Then this part is the central Himalayas, okay, Kumon Himalayas. And the end we can see towards the Assam side, that is the eastern Himalaya or the Assam Himalaya. So in this way, Himalayan ranges are spreading in our country. This was the first physiographic division. After that comes the Great North Indian Plains. Now see here in this map, first try to see the location. Here, this part, the North Indian Plains. This part, the North Indian Plains have spread in India. Okay, you can see here, this is the location. Now, according to this, the North Indian plains are divided into Ganga plain because Ganga rivers flow in the east direction. And then you have the Thar desert here and the Punjab and Haryana plain. So all these things together constitute the North Indian plain. Now features about the Ganga plain. The Ganga plain flows in the eastward direction. So the delta is formed here with the help of the Ganga and Brahmaputra river. And this famous delta is also called as Sundar Bans. Okay, it extends in the state of, this is West Bengal. Okay, here near Bangladesh here. This is Bangladesh. So Sundarban is considered as the largest, means biggest delta region in the world. Okay. And it is because of the fusion of Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers. Next comes about the Thar desert. So as the name suggests, desert, it lies in Rajasthan, because Rajasthan, we know the rainfall is very less. Okay, here the western part of the North Indian plain is occupied by the Thar desert or the Marushali desert, this region, the Rajasthan part. The state of Rajasthan is occupied by the Thar desert. Next comes the features of the Punjab and Haryana plain, somewhere here. Okay, this part, Punjab and Haryana plain. It lies to the north of Thar Desert. It has fertile soil, and because of good fertility, agriculture and farming is developed over here. Next, we proceed to the peninsular part of India. Now, let's discuss something about the peninsular part. Now, the peninsular part means the part which lies below. See, this is northern plains of India. Below the northern plains, this tapering part here, this part towards the Indian Ocean, this tapering part from the North Indian plain, below North Indian plain, this part is called as the peninsular part of India. In this peninsular part, we can see the Aravalli mountain ranges over here, Aravalli ranges located in the northern part. Then you can see these Vindhya ranges, okay, somewhere in the central part. Then below that, you can see the Satpura ranges in the central part, okay. Then you have these Western Ghats here, Western Ghats in the west direction, located in the western part. And then you have this green Eastern Ghats here, located on the eastern side of India. Okay, so all this together constitutes the peninsular part. Now, along with these Aravalli Mountains, Vindhya ranges, Satpura ranges, Western Ghat, Eastern Ghat, it is also having the plateau areas here, plateau area, Deccan Plateau. Can you see this? So this plateau area also comes under peninsular part of India. So this is all about the peninsula of India. Now we move on to the coastal regions of India. Now, as I told you, India is having the two coastal regions. See here in this map. See properly here, students. See, western coastal plain shown with the checks, the box, and eastern coastal plain with the lines. So see here, this is the western coastal area, the part of India, western coast, shown with the checks. And here you can see with the lines, eastern coastal plain. I think you are able to see properly. Now let's see the difference between these two and discuss about them. The first point is the western coastal of India, it borders the Arabian Sea. Okay, so here, this western coast of India, it borders, means this border is for the Arabian Sea. So Arabian Sea is over here. And opposite to that here, the eastern coastal plain, it borders, this is a border of eastern coastal plain, it borders to this Bay of Bengal. Okay, so this part is Bay of Bengal. Next is the western coast plains are rocky. Okay, more rocks are found over here and they are somewhat narrow. Narrow means not wide. See, if you compare it with this eastern coasts are little bit broader. Can you see here? They are broader and the western coast are little bit narrower. Okay, so this is the difference. Next is in this western coastal plain, short rivers are flowing. Okay, they flow in the west direction. All these rivers flow in west direction and they come and meet the Arabian Sea. And let's come to eastern coast. Here the rivers which are flowing in eastern coast, they are little bit long. Okay, and they flow in the eastward direction and they come and meet this Bay of Bengal. Okay. Next, rivers form estuaries in the western coast. Means in this western coast, you will find more of estuaries. Okay. And here in the eastern coast, we will find more of deltas. Deltas means a land which is fully fertile, good for agriculture. Because the rivers which are flowing in eastern coast, they are long rivers, and while flowing they bring lot of sediments and deposits and sand and other particle. Because of the deposition work done by the rivers, here deltas are formed, whereas in the western coast the rivers are short. Okay, they flow very fast and that's why here the deposition work is not done. So deltas are hardly found over here, but instead of that we find estuaries. Okay, here let's proceed further. Now the last part according to physiography of India is the islands. Okay, islands. So there are few islands in India. Let us discuss about them. They are the Lakshadweep Islands and the Andaman Nicobar Islands. Now let's discuss about the Lakshadweep Islands. Can you see the location? They are located in this Arabian Sea. This is Arabian Sea. So the Lakshadweep Islands are located in Arabian Sea. Let's come to this side. You can see the Andaman Nicobar group of islands are located in this Bay of Bengal. Okay. Now, these Lakshadweep islands are atoll islands. They are comparatively small in size as well as height as compared to Andaman. Can you see? Small in size. And here you can see atoll islands. I will explain you once again. Atoll islands means a ring of island land which is formed because of volcano eruption. And on that ring, number of sediments, particles, dust, rocks, everything gets settled. And when it's cooled down, the island is formed in a form of a circle that is called as atoll island. Let's discuss about Andaman Nicobar Island. Here you have the volcanic islands, means the volcano eruption takes place, and after eruption you will see lava, dust particle, rocks which will settle down in that place, and when it cools down after few months and years, the islands are formed. They are volcanic islands. Here you can see Andaman Nicobar Island. They are comparatively little bit large and big as compared to Lakshadweep. Barren islands are the only active volcanoes. Active volcano means anytime it will burst out. And here also Andaman Nicobar Islands, you can see most of the islands are atoll islands, means in a form of a ring. So this is about the islands, Lakshadweep Islands and Andaman Nicobar Islands. So with this, we have completed with the physiography of India. Now let's move on to the physiographic division of Brazil. Now first part according to physiography of Brazil is the main highlands part. Okay, so most of the region of Brazil is covered by highlands. The highlands of Brazil, here you can see the Guiana Highland. Can you see over here in the north direction, Guiana Highlands? And here you can see the Brazilian highlands. Okay, so these highlands are the main part of the continent of South America. Guiana Highlands over here and the Brazilian highlands. These are the main part of the continent. So let's discuss something more about that. Now we will first start with the first physiographic division of Brazil, that is highlands. Highlands of Brazil are divided into two main parts, Guiana Highlands. They are also called as Guiana Shield or Guiana Plateau. Okay. Next comes, Guiana Highland are located in north part. Now this part, this whole part is a north portion. So they are located in the northern part. In this part, you can see the Pico de Neblina. Peak here, see this peak. Pico de Neblina peak. It is situated in Guiana Highlands, and the height of this particular peak is around 3014 meters. It lies on this border. Can you see this border? This is the border of Brazil and Venezuela. Okay, so this peak is located on the borders. This is all about Guiana Highlands. Next is the Brazilian Highlands. It is located in the southeast part. Okay, south, this is the south and east part, Brazilian Highland. Now these Amazon rivers and the other rivers which are flowing, they flow in the northern part, and afterwards they keep flowing and meet this Atlantic Ocean. Here is the North Atlantic Ocean, and here in the south we have the South Atlantic Ocean. Now major rivers, like here you can see the Parana River, then Paraguay River, then Uruguay rivers. Here you can see major rivers like Parana, Paraguay, Uruguay. All these rivers, they originate in this southern part. This is the southern part, south part of Brazil. And afterwards flowing, these rivers continue flowing and then come and they start entering Argentina over here. So this is the south part of Brazil. In this south part, you have rivers like Paraguay, Parana, Uruguay River. So these will keep flowing in the south direction, and then slowly it will come out of Brazil and it will enter into another country, that is Argentina. Now let's come to see the eastern slope. This is the eastern slope. This eastern slope is very steep, okay? And that's why this steep slope has result in the formation of great escarpment over here. Can you see here? Great escarpment. Yeah. Let's proceed further. Now we will discuss something more about the Great Escarpment. The Great Escarpment is borders the eastern part side of the Brazilian Highland. Now see, this is Brazilian Highland. Brazilian Highland. The eastern part of Brazilian highland is bordered by this great escarpment. Now, from the Sao Paulo, means here region, from Sao Paulo, the height of these Brazilian highlands keep on decreasing, and then it forms the Great Escarpment. The height, that is altitude of the Great Escarpment to the east side of Brazilian highland is 790 meters. Now, what is the main effect of this Great Escarpment? These Great Escarpment works as a barrier, means obstacle or a hurdle or a wall to all these southeast winds which are blowing here. This is the direction, southeast from here. Southeast, whichever winds are coming and blowing and coming towards Brazil, this great escarpment will act as a barrier and it will stop those winds. It will hold those winds. As those winds come and dash on these great escarpment, the water which is there in those winds, the clouds, that will start pouring over here. And here you will see there is heavy rainfall in the Brazilian coast. Whereas because these winds are obstructed by these great escarpment, the winds which flow towards this side, the proportion of water which is there in the clouds will get reduced, and then it gives to the formation of the drought quadrilateral here to the northeast part, this part. Northeast part, there you will find the drought quadrilateral, means the rain shadow region, because till the point these southeast winds come here, the water which is available in those winds and clouds is reduced, and because of that less rainfall is received in this area, and it results in the formation of drought quadrilateral or the rain shadow region in the northeast part of Brazilian highlands. Let's proceed. So now we will proceed with the third physiographic division of Brazil, that is the coast. Okay. Now the coastline of Brazil, see here, coast. This is the coastal line of Brazil. Here it is surrounded by the North Atlantic Ocean, here this part, and here this coast area is surrounded by the South Atlantic Ocean. Now this coastline of Brazil is around 7,400 kilometers. It divides into the north coast. This is the north coast and it is surrounded by North Atlantic Ocean. And this tapering part, this here, it is the eastern coast. Okay, let's discuss something more about that. Now, features of the north coast. We start from the Amapá province in here, cities. So the north coast starts from this part, that is the Amapá province. And from there, it will continue till here, till the end, that is the Rio Grande do Norte. So this part, from here you can see the north coast. And then here you can see on this coastal areas, number of islands are there, such as Marajo Island you have, Marajo Bay you have, São Marcos Bay. So all this is situated in this north coast. Now let's come to the eastern coast. Okay, eastern coast extends from Rio Grande do Norte, means here, the ending part of north. Okay, from here Rio Grande do Norte, it will start towards the south. South means the tapering parts at the bottom here. So this is the east coast. Okay, so in this east coast, many small rivers are flowing. Some rivers will flow and they will meet this South Atlantic Ocean. In this part, that is in the eastern coast, the main and the important big river which flows is São Francisco River. You can see here. This is a major means important river which is flowing over here, and then it will come slowly towards the south direction and meet the South Atlantic Ocean. So in this eastern coast, you will find number of beautiful beaches, coral reefs, and atoll islands. So this is all about your coastal area of Brazil. Now we proceed to the plains part. The plain in Brazil is divided into this part, that is the Amazon River Basin plain, and here there's the Paraná source region in the southwest. So here all this in the center part of Amazonas, and here it is the plain area of Brazil. Now first discuss about this Amazon plains. Largest plain area or the largest plain land of Brazil is the Amazon plains. It lies, where does it lies? Between Guiana Highland here in the north and between these Brazilian highlands. See the location. Amazon plains lies between Guiana Highland and between the Brazilian highland. Now the width is maximum, that is nearly 1,300 kilometers in west and minimum 240 kilometers where the Guiana Highland and Brazilian highland comes close to each other. Most important part about this Amazon plain is it is inaccessible. Inaccessible means it is very difficult to reach to this particular place because it is densely forested area. Because of heavy rainfall throughout the year, you will see floods and the land is completely submerged in water. Number of wild animals you will find here. So construction of roadways, railways, everything is very difficult, electricity line. That's why it is inaccessible, means it is very difficult to reach to this particular place. So we have discussed today about the physiography of India as well as Brazil. So just have a look over here. The physiography of India divided into the Great Himalayas. Below Great Himalayas, this part is the Northern Plains. Below Northern Plains, this yellow part tapering towards the Indian Ocean, this part is the Indian Peninsula. Then here you have the Western Ghats, Western Coastal Area. Here you have the Eastern Coastal Area. And here you have the islands, Lakshadweep Islands and Andaman Nicobar Islands. So this is all about the physiography of India. Now let us see here some important parts of Brazil. You will see here, first is the Guiana Highlands. See how nicely it is shown. See the index part, checks are used to show Guiana Highlands. So this is our first part, that is Guiana Highland. Second part is the Brazilian Highlands. See how vast area is occupied by the Brazilian highlands, the two main highlands of Brazil. Next, you can see the Great Escarpment with a dark black borders here, Great Escarpment, which acts as a barrier, okay, to all the winds, which brings the rain, Great Escarpment. Then you can see this cross slanting lines for Marajo Islands here, this island which is situated in the eastern north coast, okay. Next, you have the Marajo Bay next to it, Marajo Bay. Then you have the Sao Marcos Bay. So these are all the islands and bays which are found on the coastal area, north coastal area of Brazil. Next, you have Atlantic Ocean, north and south. So here in this north direction, this is the North Atlantic Ocean, and this in the south direction, it is the South Atlantic Ocean. Then the important place in Brazil, the Pantanal wetlands. See this, where it is. Location of Pantanal wetlands, where the land is covered with water throughout the year. Many a times it is flooded because there is heavy rainfall all the 12 months. Okay, because of heavy rainfall, this land has become a wetland. The land is completely submerged under water, flooded throughout the year. Okay. Next, you have Pico de Neblina peaks. Here, I have already shown you Pico de Neblina peak, which is on the border of Brazil and Venezuela. The highest peak of around 3014 meters. So in this way, for the map filling, such type of questions can come. So you have to prepare the index, and in index, whichever symbol you are using, the same symbol you should use here. Suppose for Guiana Highlands, you have used the checks. So while showing that Guiana Highlands inside map, you have to use checks. It should not happen here you are using some different symbol. I mean to say the symbol should be same. Okay, whatever map filling you are doing, students, it should be done with pencil. Inside the map, all the filling work should be done with pencil. The names which you are writing, that also you have to write with pencil. Remember, information should be properly filled up in the index part in this way. Okay, symbol, and for that symbol, what name you are using, that also you should specify. Equal marks are there for map filling and index. If you are filling the map properly, but if you are not mentioning it in the index, your marks are cut, student. So index filling is also important. Islands part, this we have I think already discussed. The last part, which is related to the Brazil's physiography, coastal islands and marine islands. Now, coastal islands mean, students, the islands which are situated in the coastal area of Brazil, and marine islands which are situated inside these oceans, Atlantic oceans in the north and south, and which are submerged. Let's discuss about it. Coastal islands are formed. Coastal islands means the islands which are formed on the coastal area, eastern coastal area, and the this is northern coastal area and eastern coastal area of Brazil. It is formed because of deposition work, which is done by the Amazon River and its tributaries. When it flows, Amazon River and its tributaries, they start flowing, they bring lot of sediments and particles and rock material. They get deposited in the coastal area, and after few days, months and years there, because of the deposition work, the islands are formed. So they are near the eastern coast of Brazil in the South Atlantic Ocean and are coral islands. Next is the marine islands. Now these marine islands, as the name suggests, marine means water. So they are inside this water. Which water? Atlantic Ocean. Some marine islands you will see in the North Atlantic Ocean, and some marine islands you will see in the South Atlantic Ocean. So these islands, marine islands, were in the olden days, few years back, were a part of this mainland of Brazil. Okay. It is these are located around 300 kilometers away from the mainland. Okay. 300 kilometers away from the mainland of Brazil. They are rocky and they are the tops of the submerged mountains. Means what? There are many tall mountains. So when these tall mountains get completely dipped, submerged in the water, only the top peak part, the pointed part is visible, and that pointed top part of mountain is called as the marine islands, which you can find in North Atlantic Ocean and South Atlantic Ocean. Now let's discuss few exercises related to the physiography of India and Brazil. In exam, you have such type of question. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate options. 1 mark for each fill-up. 4 fill-ups are asked. Every fill-up is provided with the 4 options. You are not supposed to write the options. You are supposed to write the full sentence, and the answer you have to write in the blank. So how you are supposed to write? See here on the right hand side. Brazil is covered mainly by dash. In dash, directly write down highlands. You are not supposed to write these options which are given. But the sentence you have to write compulsory. If you write only the word highlands, marks are cut. Number 2, Brazil, like Brazil, India too has ancient plateau. The Amazon River basin is mainly covered by dense forest because of heavy rainfall. Amazon is a large river in the world. Near its mouth, no deltas are formed. The Lakshadweep Islands of the Arabian Sea are coral islands because they are formed because of deposition of corals. Next, to the foothills of the Aravallis lies the Malwa Plateau. India is covered mainly by ancient plateaus. Himadri is the northernmost range of Himalayas. Shivalik is the youngest range of Himalayas. The plains in Rajasthan are known as Thar Desert. So in this way, you are supposed to write the fill-ups. If you get a short note on Himalayas, which are the points you are expected to write? In geography, all answers you are supposed to write in points. Each new point, please begin on a new line. In every point, if you find any keywords, important words, please underline them only with pencil. So what you will write about Himalayas? Your first point will be, it is one of the young fold mountains in the world. It extends from Pamir North in Tajikistan in the west to the east. Himalayas is one of the major mountain systems of the continent of India. Your second point will be, Himalayas extends from Jammu and Kashmir in the north to Arunachal Pradesh in the northeast. Himalayas, as well as many other mountain ranges, get included in Himalayas mountain system. Shivalik is the southernmost mountain range of Himalayas. It is the youngest mountain range of Himalayas. Next point, as we move from Shivalik range in the south towards the north, we come across Lesser Himalayas, Greater Himalayas, and Trans-Himalayan ranges respectively. These ranges are young to old in that order. Next point, the Himalayan mountain ranges can also be divided from west to east into Western Himalayas or Kashmir Himalayas, Central Himalayas or Kuman Himalayas, and Eastern Himalayas, that is Assam Himalayas. Today we have revised all these points with the help of the map, so it would be easy for you to express your ideas or views. If a short note is asked on the Great Escarpment, so what you're supposed to write? Just now we have discussed. Point number 1, the Great Escarpment is the smallest physiographical region of Brazil. From Sao Paulo to Porto Alegre, the height of Brazilian highlands plateau decreases remarkably, leading to the formation of Great Escarpment. The Great Escarpment demarcates, means divides, the eastern side of the Brazilian highlands and plateaus. Second point, the altitude, that is height of Brazilian highlands, is approximately 790 meters in the region of the Great Escarpment. In other regions, the height decreases. The nature and the slope of Great Escarpment affects the climatic conditions of Brazil. It acts as a barrier, that is a wall or an obstacle to the southeast trade winds. The Great Escarpment leads to heavy rains in the Brazilian coastal areas, and it also gives rise to the rain shadow area to the northeast of the Brazilian highland. This rain shadow region is known as drought quadrilateral. Just now I've explained you this with the help of the map. So you can write these points in your own words, but your answer should be complete. Guiana Highlands. So if you have to write about Guiana Highlands, which points you should express? Number 1, the main region of Guiana Highlands is in Venezuela. Guiana Highlands extends from the west to French Guiana in the east. Guiana Highlands is in the northern part of Brazil. It spreads in the states of Roraima, Pará, and Amapá. The region of comparatively low height of Guiana Highlands is found in Brazil. The highest peak of Brazil, Pico de Neblina, lies on the border between Brazil and Venezuela. The height of this peak is nearly 3,014 meters. Guiana Highlands and Brazilian Highlands together form the core, means the main part of continent of South America. Today we have revised all these points once again with the help of map. So now it will become easy for you to write the answers. Now students, with this, today we have done the revision of physiography of India and Brazil. In the next lecture, we will try to revise the drainage system of India and Brazil. I would like to guide you about the assessment of geography, which is for 10 marks. Remember students, you have to revise all the lessons, lesson number 1, 2, and 3, textbook and workbook thoroughly. I repeat, revise chapter number 1, 2, and 3 from your textbook and from your workbook thoroughly. All the questions in your assessment, that is exam, will come in the form of MCQ, that is multiple choice question. For every question, we will provide you 3 options. From that 3 options, you have to only click on the option which is correct. That's all student. It's so easy. So don't take tension, don't get panic, only revise your portion properly and be prepared for your exam. So best wishes to all my dear students. Start preparing, start revising your portion. With this, we conclude with our today's lecture. See you again next time. Till that time, stay at home and stay safe. Bye students.